Washing machine's still broken. You said you were gonna get it fixed. Mother!
Get a man in if you think it's so important.
You were meant to do that last week. I wish you'd stop leaving everything for me to sort out.
Caught ya.
Oh, hi. I've got Mr. Lee's test results back if you want to go over them.
Not now, Melody.
Nice not talking to you. Again.
Right, here you go. Plumbers, I'm sick of doing everything for you. I'll be in my room. If you need me, don't call.
Hello? I'd like to report a crime, please.
Well, we'll have to talk about it.
I know, we do.
Right, let's get started then.
Super.
I was talking to Archie over the weekend about Trelawney Wells, but he wasn't very forthcoming.
Quelle surprise.
But he did mention some files, though. Feel free to join in any time here, Heston, because I can't have this conversation on my own, can I?
Definitely not.
Okay, so Archie and the files. Are you ready?
Far away. Begin the begin.
Alan.
Ronnie Woodson. Long time no see.
That's just as well, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'm a different man these days.
I'm glad to hear it.
That trial gave me just the fright I needed. Don't worry. I don't see any of my old crowd anymore.
Good.
Why are you here? Mum called you, didn't she?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know, and even if I did...
You wouldn't be able to tell me. Well, good luck with her. You're gonna need it.
She hasn't got long left. They found the cancer about a year ago, but it was too late to do anything.
Oh, sorry.
She's really gone downhill the last couple of months, so I moved back to help her around the house.
That's good of you.
For all the gratitude she shows me. Don't know why I bothered. I mean, she's always been difficult, but never this bad. Guess she's just scared.
That must be hard on you.
She's family. What can you do? Anyway, I'm sorry if this turns out to be a waste of time. She's been a bit unpredictable since she found she was ill.
I'll have to see what she wants.
She's got the money to pay you. Even if it is a load of fuss over nothing. Don't need to worry about that. She's so tight-fisted her knuckles bleed. But she's got a nice little nest egg stashed away.
Really?
Not that you'd know it from the state of this place. But Dad left her a tidy sum when he died. Doubt I'll get to see a penny of it when she's gone, though. Probably leave it to a cat charity or something, just to spite me.
Mr. Woodson.
Hello again, Mrs. Neary.
Come through. Thank you, Alan. We won't be needing you.
Good luck.
Thank you. So, what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
Need you to speak to police for me.
Why?
Tried to call them earlier, didn't I? Wanted to report a crime, but they just fobbed me off. Wouldn't hear me out.
Really?
I've got rights, you know. I may be on my last legs, but I'm still a human being, a responsible citizen.
Well, what was it you wanted to report? Assault? You've got information about this?
No, I've done it, don't I?
Who?
My nasty runt of a son, Alan.
So, all we've got is Archie hinting about an incriminating file which he doesn't actually have and won't tell us anything about.
Yeah.
It's not exactly compelling evidence, is it?
No.
Ah! I should never have let us get involved with Trelawney Wells in the first place. They brought us nothing but trouble. And as for that seductive harpy, Layla Darwish...
Well, it is as much my fault, Heston.
Right, well, I suppose we're done here then, are we?
Yeah, I guess we're just going to have to carry on with the trial. Unless you can find another solution.
No.
So, let me get this straight. You heard Alan talking about the attack with someone.
He was yapping into his phone when he got home Friday night. Bragging he was. Telling his mates he'd done someone over outside Chip Shop in Mulberry Avenue. I tried to forget about it, pretend I'd misheard him. And then I saw the story in local rag. Saw what he'd done. That poor man.
And why didn't the police believe you?
Reckoned I was making it up. Said they didn't want to get involved in my domestic problems. Asked why I'd want to shop my own son.
Yeah, I can understand their concerns.
He's a bad 'un. He's done a bad thing. He's got to pay for it.
Think about this. Are you really prepared to stand up in court and testify against your own son?
I'm dying, Mr. Woodson. I've not long left to make me peace with this world. And I'm not being carried out of here in a box until I've set things straight. I brought him into this world. It's my responsibility. I reckon you must know people down at police station. I just want you to have a word with them. Make them listen to what I've got to say. I'll pay for your time, don't care what it costs me. What use is money where I'm going? I just want to do the right thing.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see myself out.
Oh, Dr. Carter, may I have a word? You know the correct place to return your notes after surgery, if you want me to file them away for you. I don't expect to find them discarded all over the place. And if you're not happy with that system, then may I suggest you put them back on the shelves yourself?
I am a doctor, Vivian. Not some kind of filing monkey. Isn't that what we pay you for?
Are you calling me a filing monkey?
If the cap fits.
Heston!
I am sorry, Vivian. You are definitely not some sort of... Sorry, everyone.
I just think you need to listen to her. She's making a serious claim against her son. Why would she do that?
Why, indeed. Do you know them?
I helped defend him on a GBH charge 5 years ago.
Oh, so he's got 4.
No, he was acquitted.
Oh, well done you.
Well done him. He didn't do it and he had an alibi. He freely admits he used to hang out with a bad crowd, but he's turned his life around since then.
So what went wrong this weekend?
I don't know. His mum stood by him on the GBH charge. I saw her close to the word. She loved him to bits, never doubted his innocence. But if she's making claims like this now, maybe there is something in it. What?
We know Yvonne Neary pretty well around here. She's one of our favourite crank callers. Over the past year, she's tried to give evidence on 27 separate crimes. Now, she certainly seems to get about for somebody so frail she rarely leaves the house. So it seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, poor thing.
She made it all up.
Well, that's what some of my more cynical colleagues think. What do you reckon? Resourceful of her to get you involved, though. Guess she's been missing the attention since we stopped sending people around to talk to her.
Well, I'm sorry.
Send your client my best wishes.
You made me look like an idiot.
Do you want a biscuit?
No! This isn't a game.
What did they say?
What?
The police!
They laughed me out of the station. You forgot to mention that you've got the police on speed dial.
Keep your voice down, Alan will hear. What did they say about him?
Nothing! You've called them so many times they don't believe a word you say anymore, and I'm starting to wonder myself.
I know what I heard.
You've cried wolf too many times, Mrs. Neary. Nobody wants to know.
Story of my life.
I haven't got time for this.
When I got ill, how many people do you think called me? Go on, guess. No one. Not one soul could be bothered to pick up the phone. Am I so worthless that no one could even pretend they were going to miss me?
Your son came back to look after you.
He's just after me money. I've left it to a donkey sanctuary. Every penny.
Goodbye.
I admit I've made some phone calls I shouldn't have. But I just wanted to help. I'm dying and no one's going to miss me. I just wanted to do something useful while I still could.
No, I don't think you did want to be useful. I think you were doing it for the attention. Now, I can understand you feeling lonely, but this isn't the way to deal with it. Every minute you're on the phone means that somebody else can't get through to the police to report a real crime.
But I want to report a real crime. Honest, I do. You have to help me.
No, you've had your chance, you've blown it. I'll send you an invoice for my time. Goodbye.
Second time you've been here today. She got you running errands for her? What's she done now? Oh, dear. Another wild goose chase, then?
Can't discuss client business. But yes.
She's lonely. Well, she just needs people to talk to. I'm sorry you got dragged into it, mate.
Well, do you know she's been calling the police and reporting crimes she couldn't possibly have witnessed?
No one else wants to listen to her. Guess she thinks the police don't have a choice.
Well, you didn't stop her?
Well, I can't stand over her 24/7. And she did get a letter telling her to stop. They said they'd prosecute her. The fear of God into her for a while. My old man died in prison. She was so ashamed, she felt he'd let the whole family down. But when she realised they probably wouldn't take a dying woman to court, she just carried on.
You could have told me before I went in to see her.
I tried to warn you, but I had to give her the benefit of the doubt, didn't I? In case she needed you for something important.
Well, it wasn't.
Anyway, I best shift. I've got to get some food in and get back in time to get ready for football training.
You playing?
Coaching. It's a group of kids from a local school. Reckon I could help them get the breaks I never had.
I'm glad you're doing well, Ellen.
I'll see you, mate.
Mr. Woodson, wait! Please!
What?
I found it! Evidence!
I'll take it to the police.
You know I can't, they won't listen to me.
Probably won't listen to me now either.
2 minutes! That's all I ask on my life. This is important. He was trying to do his washing, but the machine, it's broke.
Fascinating.
It's the clothes he was wearing the other night. Look! You're not telling me he did that shaving?
Yeah.
Right. Lapsang Souchong tea, handmade or butter scones and Morello cherry preserve.
I'm not a child, Julia.
Really?
I'm sorry I've been...
Grumpy? Irritable? Infuriating?
all of the above.
Anyway, cheer up. Heston, is it just this drugs business that's getting you down, or is there something else?
Now, that's what tea should taste like. Women.
Oh. Well, women in general, or just maybe one in particular?
Layla.
Oh.
Don't trust her. But she seems to have taken something of a shine to me.
Really?
Her advances are most unwelcome. Unfortunately, Lily's got the wrong end of the stick and now thinks I'm some sort of Casanova figure.
Is that so?
Yes.
So what happened?
How long have you got?
How long do you need?
Well, I invited Lily over for dinner.
So you called police then?
I don't know.
That's evidence, that is. Clear as daylight.
Possibly. Don't touch it. The police want to examine it.
Not if you don't call them, they won't.
What's changed? 5 years ago, you were horrified at the thought of your son spending time in prison. Now you seem determined to send him there yourself.
I found out what he's like. It's there in the newspaper in black and white.
Well, a lot of mothers would stand by their sons even if they found out they'd done something wrong.
He had a girlfriend. This woman he met about 3 years back. She's not on the scene anymore.
Why not?
He
Mrs. Neary.
got a bit handy with his fists. Nothing too heavy, nothing that showed. But I know what happened, she told me.
Really?
Do you think I'd lie about something like that?
No, sorry.
In the end, her family found out. Got her away from him. But he's still got that same mean temper on him. I didn't do anything about him then, and now look what's happened.
When I talked to him, he seemed to be really making something of his life.
Doesn't change what he is inside. I can't let it happen again. I've got to stop him before he does something even worse, before he... Help me.
If I call DS Butler again and it isn't what it seems...
I wish I'd never brought him into the world. This is my last chance to set things right. Please.
And so the whole evening turned from brief encounter into the Benny Hill show. Not exactly the triumph I was hoping for.
Well, we've all been there, Heston. You know, I remember going on a blind date once with this fantastic-looking guy. I mean, really. Trouble was, he only had 3 sentences he knew in English, and one of them was, "What price do you want for your tractor?"
No, I mean, I think I've blown it. Lily is never going to give me another chance.
You don't know that?
Oh, yes, I do.
Look, why don't you get away for a while and then you come back refreshed? Go and spend a few days at your villa.
What's the point?
Well, for one thing, you could check that it's still all right after the girls' trip. No, I mean, do you a lot of good to get away. And the weather will be much nicer in Italy.
Oh, right, so I'll be warm and lonely rather than cold and lonely. Great.
He put it in there this morning. Trying to hide the evidence, I'll wager. Lucky machine's bust.
And you're sure this is the shirt he was wearing on Friday night?
God's honest truth.
Where is he now?
He's gone down the shops. He'll be back here soon enough, though.
Okay, I can take it from here. Thanks. So, is this for real?
My client has convinced me it's worth following up on.
Funny. It's not usually the witnesses who need a solicitor.
Well, I know she's taken both of us for a ride in the park.
Well, only this morning in your case.
This is potentially concrete evidence.
Maybe.
I'm sure there are other possible explanations, but I wasn't willing to take that chance. Are you?
All right. I'll send the boys down here to take a look. We'll see what we can turn up in his room. Do you think your client will give us permission to search the rest of the house?
I expect she'll be thrilled. I'll have a word with her.
So, Ronnie?
Yeah?
Why do you believe her?
She's dying. She's lonely. She's frightened. I think if I was in that situation, I'd hate to think no one wanted to listen to me anymore.
She doesn't exactly make it easy to trust her.
No, she doesn't, but she seems so frightened, really terribly frightened that her son did this. I don't think she's faking that. I'm sure if I'm wrong, you won't let me hear the end of it.
Ah, you can count on it.
I've been trying to get hold of you all weekend.
Oh, sorry. What will make it up to you?
Look, there's been developments. Right?
Ah.
DS Butler's going to take a look around upstairs while she's waiting for her colleagues, if that's okay with you. It's going to be hard for you if Alan goes to court. I know you found it difficult before, but this time could be worse.
I can cope.
You sure? You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, I'll go and see how DS Butler's getting on.
Thank you for helping a dying woman find peace. Thank you, Mr. Woodson.
What's that? You spilled something on your sleeve?
No, it's nothing. You can leave now, I'm all right.
Is that blood?
No!
Why are you bleeding? The blood on the shirt is yours, isn't it?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing, I'm sorry.
Talk.
Okay. Layla has been receiving some blackmail letters.
So?
Well, I wondered if you,
Wrote them?
knew anything about them.
How dare you?
No, I didn't mean that. I was...
Yes, you did. No, I don't know anything about them. Happy?
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I wouldn't believe anything that woman says. She's just trying to scare us away because we're getting close to the truth. We're doing some research into her. She is bright and ruthless, and as a shareholder, set to make a fortune from Trelawney Wells. God, we can't let her frighten us off.
How foolish are you? Well, not as foolish as me for believing you. Did you really think the police wouldn't notice that that wasn't the victim's blood?
I just wanted to help point them in the right direction.
And Alan had nothing to do with the attack, had he?
He has to pay for what he's done.
You can't keep playing games like this with the police. Phone calls you might have got away with, but not this.
I was only trying to help.
What has your son done to make you hate him so much? And the story about his girlfriend was made up as well, wasn't it?
Alan's a bad egg. I wish I'd never had him.
What's going on? Mum?
Your mother has phoned the police. She's accused you of assaulting someone at the weekend.
What? What?
She's fabricated some evidence.
And took it to the police? How could you be so stupid? Do you want to end your days in prison? Like Dad? Is she in trouble?
Well, they could charge her with perverting the course of justice. They'd have every right to.
Why? I've done everything for you. Put my life on hold to look after you.
There's a detective upstairs looking through your room.
You're welcome to. I've nothing to hide.
You should be ashamed. You're evil.
I'm going to have a word. Sort this out. I don't care what happens to you anymore. I tried. You're on your own.
You did it. You know you did. Not the story in the paper, the one 5 years ago, the one you went to court for.
That's not true, Mrs. Neary.
It is. And we are all to blame for helping get away with it. Even you.
Yeah, there's some really good stuff in this. I reckon if I can keep working on Heston and Julia, I can persuade them to pull out the trial. And then we can keep everything above board and we don't have to go back to that facility.
Well, no, because this is still second-hand information. There's a file at the facility that proves they kept test patients on after they started developing potentially dangerous symptoms. Proof that they lied about this in the published results. We have to get it. Surely we have a duty to protect everyone this company's going to affect, not just the ones that happen to be registered at the surgery.
Yeah, you're right.
The court found me not guilty.
He came round here. That man whose life you destroyed. He didn't recognise me, but I knew who he was. He was cleaning the street. He hadn't healed. He still had those scars you gave him, right down his face. And he was nervous. Broken. You animal. You nasty little animal.
You don't believe this rubbish, do you?
At the trial, you said Alan was with you that evening.
I was. We had dinner together. Didn't we?
No. I lied. I stood up in court and lied. He's family. What else could I do? But I can't live with it any longer. Not after seeing that man again. Seeing what you did to him.
If you wanted to tell the police what really happened 5 years ago, why did you make up the stories about Alan assaulting someone at the weekend?
They can do you for it, can't they? Lying in court.
Perjury, yeah.
I didn't want to end my days in prison, not like my Barry did. But I'm in trouble now anyway. May as well tell the old truth for once. I've stood by, letting you get away with terrible things for too long.
I've got things back on track. I'm a different person now. I know you've got to get this off your chest, Mum, but this is my life. Stirring all this up again isn't going to help things. It's not going to help that poor man. Just let me get on with my life. Please. Don't let her tell the police.
It's probably too late for that.
Thank you. And you are sure we're doing the right thing?
It could just be so easy to do nothing. But how would you feel if you came across someone who was a victim of something that you could have prevented? I mean, could you live with yourself? Because I know I couldn't. They have to be stopped.
Okay, how?
By breaking into the facility again, this time during the day. We retrieve the file. Then we take it to the press and we show the world exactly what's been going on. Then we'll have nowhere to hide. Agreed?
Agreed.
We'll question him down at the station.
Expect you'll be wanting me to come along and all.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Do you believe her? For once. So do I.
Right, I'm off.
Well, come back later and we can talk more then.
I will.
Everything's gonna be okay.
I'm not taking any chances. Is this the address?
We've pushed our luck enough as it is already now. Come on, Kirsten, now.
I've never seen him this angry. He was physically shaking. I just don't know what he's going to do.
Just to say how long it should take to get over something like that, though.
I'm sorry, Dad.
This is security breach. You must return immediately to your work area for ID department to be checked.
Dr. Sloane's bedside manner attracts the attention of a rather good catch in Diagnosis Murder, next on BBC1 Scotland.